Hi guys, Miss Smith here with another instalment of our chapter all about what happened in March, and we have just heard some strange noises coming from Mum's lab after Max had disappeared. So let's find out what happened. I called for Dad again, and I even went in to get him, but he had his face pressed against the TV screen. Do you remember what I told you about the HSL? It's full of Mum's top secret dangerous science experiments, and we're not allowed to go in there. You know I'm very respectful of the rules, but I didn't have a choice. Max was in there, and he could have been touching anything. So I was about to do what any big brother whose dad is hopelessly distracted by football would do when faced in danger: run straight towards it. Also, I thought my new catchphrase I wanted to try out. It was inspired by Zach Danger because I just finished book 12, Zach Danger and the Countdown to Destruction, that afternoon, and it was the perfect time to say it. It's danger time. I grabbed my pencil case on the kitchen table and snapped on the zip that turns into a torch, aiming the beam at the door. I was ready to face whatever dreadly gadgets and inventions Mum had whipped up in there. The thing is, none of that actually happened. Before I could do that whole heroic leap thing, I spotted Max dashing across the kitchen. He can't have been in Mum's lab after all. He clambered up onto the kitchen table, and as he stood up, I saw that he was totally naked. "But where have you put your disgusting poo, Nappy?" I asked, but just at that moment, through the window behind my little brother's bum, I noticed that the sky had changed. The clouds had got dark, really dark, and they were green. Really green. And there was little flashes of lightning. Green lightning. "Max, I think we should get down from there. I don't think we should be near the windows," I said. Suddenly, there was a huge, deafening buzz sound that seemed to make the whole house shake. Then boom! The loudest thunderclap I ever heard shook our house from top to bottom. A huge green flash lit up the room, and a gust of wind blew the kitchen windows wide open. Ouch! I jumped as my torch cracked with green light, and I rubbed my hand. It almost felt like it had a mini electric shock. But there was no time to think about that now, because filling the room was a disgusting, rotten, eggy smell, like Max's poop-filled nappy, but worse. "Max!" I yelled. "Get down!" But the little naked monster just giggled and leapt onto the kitchen worktop. I went to grab him, but I guess the fact that he had no clothes on made him more aerodynamic, because he was faster than a monkey on a motorbike, and I missed him. I chased after him, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw something bad, something really bad. Through the kitchen window, more flashes of freaky green lightning were smashing down on the spinach-coloured sky. I saw one huge green thunderbolt on the roof of number 24, Eric Flipton's house. Another flash of green shot down. This time it smashed into the telephone pole, electrifying the cables that ran to all the other houses on our street, sending zaps of stinking green energy directly to them. Molly McClure, Charlie Campbell, Katie Speck, Susie Prune, Jamelia Pointer, and even Ronnie Nutbolt's house were all zapped with this strange bolt of energy from the sky. And as the green flashes lit up their homes, I suddenly spotted their green-tinted faces peeping through the bedroom windows at this megastorm. Weird, right? Well, check this out. Next, the lightning turned into hailstones the size of footballs that smashed down on the roofs on every parked car. This was followed by moonbeam rainbows arching across the green sky. There was twisted twisters of what smelled suspiciously like bum gas. Yellow rain, not the kind that you want to drink. Mucky mist, honky haze. The northern lights even showed up before realising they were in the wrong place. A sandstorm blew in from somewhere, then blew off again. It rained cats and dogs. Actual cats and dogs. Oh, and it snowed. Then the whole house started to shake again. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was an earthquake, but that's impossible, right? It was like Freaky was experiencing every weather phenomenon Mother Nature could create at the same time. It's as if it was strange enough. There were green flashes sparkling underneath the door to Mum's lab. Suddenly, the door burst open and inside was chaos. There was great smouldering fire where the window had been blasted out by a lightning bolt. The bubbling clouds were even forming in the lab itself. There was rain and snow and every kind of weather imaginable, all crashing around in our garage. Before I could shut the door, a tornado of fizzing, swirling energy escaped the lab and tore around the kitchen. I felt my feet lifting off the floor, and I saw Max float past me, and he giggled. "This is not funny," I said. "It's like the storm has come from inside our house. We need to take cover." I had something. If only we had to change the weather. Ding. Of course. Mum's invention. The Weather Ray, or the Weather Ray 3000 as I still calling it in my head. Perhaps I could power it up and zap this freaky storm into a nice calm evening and save Freaky from all this freakiness. Great idea. I was just about to make a run for the Weather Ray when I remembered the limiter, the device that would stop the machine from overheating and creating a crazy out-of-control storm that could wipe out the entire town, maybe the world or even the universe. It hadn't been installed yet. Bad idea. So instead of being a hero and saving the world, I decided the next best thing to do. Hide. I remember that the storm chasing documentary you and me watched, when all of those brave Americans with cool haircuts in awesome trucks drove past the twister, and I remember one of them said, "The safest place in a storm is underground." Underground. Dad's cave in our basement. It's every kid for himself, and I was about to run to the basement door when more headlines flashed across my mind. Awesome kid saves baby from stinky storm. Super brother rescues poopy brother. Frankie Brown named greatest person ever. I had to try to get Max out of there. I mean, how often do you get 2 chances to become a famous hero in one day? Plus, it meant I could say, "It's danger time" again. And I was really starting to get used to that. You should have seen me go, Danny. I went in slow-mo mode again, just like Zach Danger himself, only better. Seriously, I think I even did a double backflip over the kitchen table and a wicked knee slider under the ironing board. I scooped up my giggling, nappyless brother and a slice of pizza and made a dash for the man cave. "Dad!" I yelled on the way, but Dad was hunched over crying, so I guess that Wigan's Bottom United had lost and he'd probably prefer the storm to blow away with him, so I left him there. He was no use to us now. After stumbling into the basement, I closed the door, leaving the freaky storm behind. Everything was quiet, and still, we were safe. Or were they? Hope you all have a lovely weekend, guys. I will see you on Monday for another instalment of our Danger Gang. Bye, everyone.